Hello. I believe we're live, so we're gonna get this started. I'm today we're just making the ships from the most recent episode of Steven Universe, so we're gonna see how this goes. You know what? Maybe I'll save the music for later. It's hard to talk when I'm also listening to something that's words. So, I have the Solidworks page up on the screen. I have the chat over on the side of what I'm working on, so if you have any questions, then I'll definitely see that. Just trying to make sure that everything's working out. It looks like it. And I do have reference pictures over here, so that is going to be what I'm looking at if I'm looking over in this direction. But that is pretty much it. First off, I want to mention that I can't guarantee there won't be any spoilers on the stream, so if you haven't watched the episode already, I don't know what you're doing, but you should probably go do that. Yeah, if you have any questions or you just want to discuss things, please feel free to leave them in the chat. I'm going to be here for a while, so just keep me company, I guess. But we're going to get into it. And also, I mean, if there aren't any comments, I'm probably not going to be talking the whole stream. It's going to be a long time, so. All right. Well, the first one, the Sun Incinerator, is they're all fairly geometric, so I'm hoping we can get through all of them in a couple hours, that just because there's nothing really overly complicated about them, and then I'm hoping in the end I'll be able to make an assembly where I can just kind of have them all in some sort of scene that would look like one of the scenes from the episode. So that's the goal. We'll get there eventually. Alright, so what I'm looking at first, I'm thinking that we're going to want some sort of rectangle to start it out. My phone is just vibrating like crazy because it's bad at charging itself, so we're just going to let it sit at 72%. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to go with the right plane to start us off. I gotta say, it's been a little bit since I've drawn anything in SolidWorks, so I'm gonna have to get back into the swing of things, but it shouldn't be too difficult to get back on par. So a lot of this is going to be fairly subjective. Sometimes I'll measure just for proportionality's sake, but I may have to make sure that the proportions of the individual ships are fairly similar, and that shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to work this way. So if I'm looking correctly at the dimensions of it, it looks like it's about the dimensions of a 2x4. So 2x4s, if you don't know, aren't actually 2x4. They're like 1.5 by 3.5. So we're gonna go 150. This is millimeters, I believe, but yeah, we'll just keep it that way. Because base 10 is so much easier to work in. All right, and it's probably gonna be a bunch of cuts and whatnot to get there. So we'll go ahead and extrude this. To see the actual distance, I'm thinking we're gonna go with just 350 as well, that way, to start it out. I'm debating whether I want to do that mid-plane, but I think it won't matter in the end, so. That is pretty much where we are. So then I'm going to go ahead and take my chamfer tool, put one there, there, want to show full preview. Yeah. We're just going to crank this baby up until we get a point. Do we need to go? So it's going to be 75. That I should have just done the math on that. Okay. That's starting to look good. Just trying to... I have my recording software over here next to it, so I can actually see pretty much next to the picture how it looks. So that's probably a good thing. All right, and then so the front part is going to be the really weird part for me, and I think that's something that we're going to have to mess around with. But the wings shouldn't be too bad. It's fairly flat in the back. Maybe we'll get the cockpit in here just to start it out. So we're going to sketch on this surface. We're going to go normal to this surface. Alright, grab a corner to corner rectangle. It goes almost all the way to the front. Maybe... Yeah, so we're going to do the actual pentagon shape. And I'm assuming that the draft of it is also in the back as well. So that's an important part. So let me grab a center line. There we go. Escape, regular line, there to there, and to there. Okay, I think that needs to be a little shallower, but we can easily drag this like so. Alright, and then we're going to define this distance just so it's happy. So we'll go ahead and make that 50, just to make it a nice number. And then this distance then needs to be defined. We'll make that 70. Okay, so then everything's defined. It looks like we're going up about half, or maybe let's call it a third, the height. That'll give us a nice 50 extrude. So 50 millimeter. We're going to extrude that, and that for 50. And then we also need to draft this guy inwards. So the front draft looks like it might actually be a little heavier than the rest of it. Hold on, I need to, I keep getting confused because I'll look at my oh, okay, yeah. I'll look at my recording software and realize that that's not where my mouse actually is. And I think, so there's a cut on the front of this. We're going to leave it like this, I think. So we'll save that. So if I rotate it like that, that is actually looking pretty nice. So I have to get this cut in the front here. What I will probably do for the cut, I can't tell if that's really aesthetic or if that is more, if that's actually gouged in there, but I'm going to assume it's gouged in. There's no real need for aerodynamics in space, so sorry for eating my stream fuel on stream. But so we're going to make a plane. It's taking its time. We need to go a little bit further down. 20 actually looks pretty good. So my goal with this is I'm going to draw a line from here to here on this plane. So I'm going to sketch on this plane and just get normal to it for sanity's sake. And so we're going to go. Now I want to have it intersect with these, but I want it to be actually I need it to be actually on the right spot of that plane, just for how I want it to look. So let me get this back to normal. You can probably hear my dog barking in the background. What just happened? Alright, we're having some technical difficulties. Alright, so we're gonna have to get this guy to be right where we want it. There we go. Pierce is what we want. Okay. And that should be at that level of 20. And we're actually going to extrude it downwards. We're going to extrude it, cut it downwards, but we're actually going to draft it as well. So let me get an angle on this. It's really weird without the spatial manipulator mouse, just using the regular mouse. I had an internship where I was working with Solidworks, and I had the spatial manipulator mouse, but it's a big step changing from that. So we need to flip that out, flip the side of the cut. I don't think anything changed, not sure why. Oh, no. Blind. Why are we doing that? Flip direction of the cut. Why isn't it flipping? Yeah. So I need this to... I don't know if that's going to work. You know what? There's a better way to do this. I shouldn't have done it on that plane. Okay. We're gonna go. You can always give up. Alright, we don't need that plane either. So we're gonna do it on this one. So let's get normal to here. And then we're going to draw a line from there to there to there to there. Does that look like what we want it to? Probably. I think so. So let's make this some nice dimensions. We said this was going to be 10, I believe. No, I don't like that. Let's make it 20. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna make this guy here. We'll just make that one 10. Alright, and so that's defined. And we should be able to just cut it straight into the ship. So I think it's going to cause some problems, and that might be something that we need to deal with. So we'll see if it gets there. I need to make sure that it doesn't cut once it gets to this flat part up here. It needs to stop at that point. So I probably could make a plane for that to stop it, but we're going to cut this guy. We're gonna drag it. Can I do... No, that's gonna go all the way through it. Up to vertex. I think that'll work. That'll look okay. There we go. That's actually looking really good. That's exactly what I want. Can you hear the lawn work outside? Okay. So like I said, this front part is going to be really weird. I guess we can leave that for last, because it's basically going to be a bunch of extrudes all coming from this plane here. We should be able to make the wings fairly easily. Where's the front plane go right down the middle? Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, so we need to... We can probably do it on the front plane. I'll just have to play around with it. No, actually we can't, because of the way that it sits. So it sits nicely on the back. I guess I could do it and then lop it off later. That wouldn't be too difficult to work with. Yeah. Alright, we can do that. So let's go to the front plane. We're gonna get normal to that. And basically what we need to do is we need to make the wing too big. So the wing is a... it's kind of like a hexagon shape if you look at it the right direction. So it's gonna take some playing around with. So I'm gonna leave it undefined. So I can probably make this a little bit easier on myself. So we're gonna get some sort of... Okay, we're gonna delete that for one. We're gonna get a center line in here. And so let's bring this from here to here, and we're going to do a bunch of mirrors because it's symmetric. Mirror entities to mirror about this guy, good. And then mirror entities to mirror all of these about This guy. Good. So if I move this, no, that's not how that works. And like I said, we need to make this too big. So it looks like it goes to about half the distance of this. So let's grab that center point. I hit escape instead of control. Make those coincident. And so it's gonna be, if we do it this way, it's gonna be a little bit less than half. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we'll live with it. So let me just get this extruded. So we're gonna get these situated. Let's go 130 to start it out, and then this is going to be 30, and that is going to be 40, and we'll just see how this looks. So let's extrude this. It's going to be mid-plane. It's going to be drafted. Not nearly as much. This is going to be, I think it's going to be 3 times as wide as the entire body of the ship itself. So 3 times as wide. It's going to be 350 times 3, so 91050, and then we gotta crank down these degrees until that happens. But I don't think that's enough by itself. So something like that. I think the problem here is that we need a bigger draft in the width department than we need in the length department. So it's sitting about where we want it to be. But maybe what we should do is we should just draft a rectangle, and then we can put some chamfers on it. I think that's a better idea. So we're going to cancel this, go back to our drawing. So we're going to delete that guy, delete that guy, delete that guy, delete that guy. So we need to delete that while we're at it. Okay. And then finish out this rectangle. Make that coincident. Drag this puppy out here. I guess we're gonna make it like 150 now, or 200. All right. So now that's defined. We can extrude that the way I was doing it before, where this is gonna be 1050. Enter. Mid-plane. We need it mid-plane. Get it because it's midway through the plane. Then crank this down. Alright. That's starting to look like we wanted it to. And then we're gonna shove a bunch of chamfers on it. So I think that's about what we want. Yeah, we may have to do some extra cutting to this, but we'll see how this looks. So it does look like we need to shorten it though. So we're going to save it, but then we're going to go back into it, edit sketch. This is going to be 290. What we're looking for is we want this to be lined up with this here. So we gotta just keep edging off until it lines up the way we want it to. So this is gonna be 185. See how that looks. It's closer. It's real close. Uh, 180. And that is about as close as it's going to get. I'm going to say that's good enough. All right. So we'll keep rolling with this. We got to add our chamfers on here. So it is nice with the Gemtech. It's all fairly polygonal or geometric. I mean, pretty much any shape is geometric, I guess. So I guess polygons would be better. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's 45. Looks like it might even be a little steeper than that. Or, I guess, shallower. So we'll go to 30. And then we gotta crank this all the way down. I'm realizing I might need to make the cuts before I do this. Okay. I wonder, can I can probably draft just certain faces. That would make sense. How does that look? Not nearly how we want it to. And also, that doesn't line up. What's wrong with that? Is that on all of them? Yeah, that's weird. Alright. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it could be flat. I think that could be something. I think this needs to be a little bit more sophisticated, so maybe we can do that. But why is this happening? um, Okay, well, I think I can work with it a little bit more. Oh, okay. So it's not making the chamfer based off of that. It's making them based off of this line here, since this line is changing. Yeah. All right. Can I keep upping this angle? I can't. All right. Now we need to put. You see, I need this to be skinnier to the point. That's how I could do it. Okay. So, screw these. Completely remove the draft. All of it. We're going to go to surface there. And we're going to cut. We're going to like draft outwards. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Alright, we need to make this as skinny as we want it. So I'm gonna start with. Well, let me get these center lines in here. What? Okay, there we go. So that's there. This goes here. There we go. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this box into the sketch, and then we're gonna get we don't want that. I might have to make just a huge box. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that undefined so I can mess around with it if I need to. Because the goal is I'm going to shrink it in and have the hole in the middle expand outwards. Okay, so I have to make that 10. Make this. What are we gonna make this? I might have to do this twice. Let's just see. I'm gonna mess around with it. Okay, so like I said, I have to do this twice. But that does look to be what we're aiming for. I don't really like that line there, but something we're gonna have to live with. Okay. All right. Okay. So this will hopefully get me the other side. Okay. That's one wing down. And maybe we can even help it out on the other side. But I'm gonna get the chamfer in. And then we'll just copy the whole thing over to the other side. Ooh, that's what I could do. I could, yeah, I'll do that. So this whole boss extrude, we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna cut this number in half. So that's gonna be 525. And then we're gonna go blind. Keep it that way. Go back into the future. And we'll just work on it on this side, and then we'll go over to the other side and figure it out from there. So I still don't like that angle, but I can't really think of any better way to do it. It's considering this all one thing, so maybe we can work with it. Oh, I can. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. And then we just need to put in this chamfer here. So we're going to put in a secondary chamfer. But it's going to be a different angle. It's going to be a really steep angle. We need to go a little steeper. See how that looks. Makes me think that this cut could maybe be a little bit steeper in a sense. Okay. So if we make this 50, then we gotta make the cut extrude wider. What? Oh, these chamfers are messed up. Okay, we're gonna delete the chamfers and redo them. I'm working on it. I'm gonna make this 6, right? 6.5. Nah, it was 6.5. Okay. Okay. And hopefully this will get rid of itself when we go to do the chamfers. So okay. That's what we're looking for. All right. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. What could I do? I can crank the chamfers up a little bit more. Actually, I think what I can do is I can go to this guy, sketch, make that just a little bit smaller. So if we make that 60, no, we need less than that. So 55. Okay. Okay, and then so on these first chamfers, I think we need to make these go deeper. Yes, orbital or orbicular cicada. I am doing the Sun Incinerator right now. Alright, that's starting to look... I think that looks a lot better, yeah. It's not perfect on the wing, but I'm satisfied with how it looks. So, we're going to do a mirror across... let me get this less visible. We're gonna go to mirror. Mirror face is gonna be the front plane. Yeah. I'm glad you like it. Feature to mirror, we are going to get that. I'm just gonna click on all of them. Oh, so it's already got them. Okay. Let me see how that looks. Rebuild errors. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. I guess we're just going to have to recreate these chamfers on the other side. I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't feel like dealing with it. So this is 254.2 at 1 degree. Oh, that's why, okay. I can't make those chamfers unless I have the cuts. So let me go to this mirror. So I need the cuts and the chamfers. There we go. Still causing problems. Great. Oh, did that actually cut a little piece right there? That's annoying. I didn't even realize that. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it's not what we wanted. Let me go back to that spot. Okay, so that's where that happened. So this needs to be, if I go to the sketch, if I drag that in a bit, does that still work? Yeah, that still works. Alright, we're going to delete that mirror. Don't know why it's causing so much problems. Front plane. Okay. I guess I could just go through and recreate all of it, I guess. So let me just mirror the one thing that works. Can I mirror some of the cut extrudes? No. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna just go do it on this side, I guess. So, welcome to the live stream. Alright. Yeah, sketch here. Gonna get a center rectangle. Oh, let me put the center lines on. I'm not very happy with Solidworks right now. Cicada, did you come from the Reddit page? Okay. Awesome. I'm glad to know that the message got out to people. I was a little worried. I had a it got flagged as a spoiler right off the bat because I said Sun Incinerator on my first post, so I had to repost it. Hmm. Why doesn't that work? Ah, it is the size of that rectangle, so we're gonna crank that guy up. Still gotta crank the guy up, I think. Maybe not. Probably not. No, we don't. We're good. Alright, so we need to do another cut extrude. We'll just sketch here. Vertical. Surface. That one. Draft. 6.5 is already there. Did it work? No, it did not. Because it didn't cut all those out. Alright, that's bad. There we go. That's what we wanted, and then we just gotta put these chamfers in. That one's stupid, so let's see, what was that? That's 554.2 with 1 degree. Oh, luckily it kept it. That's nice. Okay, and then we'll go get this one. 20 with 45. So chamfer. Right. What do you think so far, Cicada? Is that looking like it's starting to fill out? I just got to get the front on the which is going to be a little interesting, but we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a lot of angles. Oh, I gotta take that off the back. Why can't I sketch on that? I'll go to the bottom. Oh, I'm in a sketch. I'm glad you like it. I'm pretty happy with it myself. I got the picture over here that I'm looking at, and it's looking pretty good on the geometry side. Okay. don't need it to be that much, but I can probably go 100. No, that's 10. Yeah, there we go. Clean that off the back end. There we go. Just realized that the picture I'm looking at is almost a perfect isometric view. That's pretty nice. This front part is going to be a mess. You can put that big horn on the front pretty easily. It's actually a decent decline. I'm gonna have to make this longer though. I'm gonna make this 4. Up to 600. Okay. So now we need to sketch on here again. So I'm trying to get some comprehension of this. It looks like what I can do. Debating whether I should make like a big piece and then cut away from it. I feel like I have to. Like it's gonna be a bunch of different extrudes and cuts to get here. We can make that middle part maybe. Yeah, that looks easy enough. It's kind of menacing. Have you done any work with 3D modeling, Cicada? So that's 600. We gotta go like 250, maybe a little less. And then crank that up. Hmm. Oh, nice. Well, if you have any questions, let me know because I've done a little work with it. I actually did some actual paid work with it. I had an internship for a while, so I have some experience. But no, I just enjoy making something out of nothing, I guess. Okay. Looks pretty weird every time I look straight down the barrel. Huh. Oh, okay. See what happened. Alright, we gotta make that cut extrude before everything, so there we go. That looks better. It's going to 200. We want it to go to 200? No, we want it to go to like 100. And then crank it in more. There we go. Is that? Ah, so close. Should have just gone to 40. That would have been a nice number. That's already starting to look like what I wanted it to. But there's still some weird angles on this. Maybe I can get away with some chamfers. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm hoping that there's nothing stopping them from getting home with it. But I guess it did take a lot of damage. Um, yeah, let's go for the. Okay. Why is that? Why is it cutting into over there so much? What is that doing? It's something I could do. All right. I wanted to try and get that triangle on the top. Oh, how does that look? Doesn't look perfect. It's almost like I need to sketch on this plane. I don't know how this is gonna look. No, I don't like that. I actually just Google searched the the most recent episode, or I Google searched Sun Incinerator or something, and I have a little image that popped up. I think it might be because it's something where somebody's taken out the background, so I don't know if that's something that was used on the wiki, but I think I might end up calling it here because it looks pretty close, and I don't know that I can understand the angles of whatnot from the just from the image that I have, so may leave it up to someone else to continue the legend. But I gotta say that I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. I can do a little turn. So I wanted to try and do the rest of them. At least the big one, Emerald Ship. So let me save this one off. I don't know if it's dangerous to save something as Sun Incinerator on my documents, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, so I'm going to leave that one open. We're going to go to a new one. Sorry if you can hear the various chainsaws outside. Oh yeah, that's definitely coming through the mic. They must be like right outside my window. Let me pull up the next one. Alright, so the big Emerald Ship is going to be pretty easy, I would imagine. What we can do, let's go to front plane, sketch. So it's going to be like a perfect diamond shape. Yeah, can you hear those chainsaws? Like, are they pretty loud? I feel like I'm at like Friday the 13th or something. It's Saturday the 6th. Don't they know when it is? Alright, from my perspective, this looks like a square, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so the previous ship was 150, so it was 15 centimeters tall. For scaling purposes, we're going to make this one massive. So, this one needs to be like 20 times that. So 3,000? Oh, hold on, I gotta hit control. Coincident. Okay. So that is what we're working with, and then we're going to extrude this. We're going to go mid-plane. It's going to be, we just make this a big tetrahedron. So what's going on here? Nope, there's the dog. Chainsaw stopped and the dog starts barking. Probably do the math on this. Is it going to go out to like 2,000 or something? Nope. That's a... Alright. don't know what's going on there, but I think this is looking like what I wanted it to. So we'll accept that. Actually, let me look at it head on. So we're gonna make a plane, not the airplane that I can hear outside, but the geometric plane. This offset's gonna be 1500. And a sketch on that. Looks to be about maybe a third of the way down. So if I get a sketch out, we're gonna go like that. Alright, this one, we're going to make that coincident. And then I'm just going to make these reasonable numbers. So I think that one's good. We'll call that one 150. And then we're going to call this one... we need to make it a little bit bigger. So let's go to 600. Alright, so we'll extruded cut that one. Just need to make sure it cuts into it. Okay. If we go like that, then we get that shape we were looking for. Yeah, we'll try and make this a nice little scene when we get around to it. Okay, so the arms are going to be a little interesting. Trying to think of how I want to do this, because they're at 45-degree angles. So from the normal sense. So I have to make, I'm gonna have to make a plane. So if I go to the top plane and I make it, if I make it well, we're not gonna move it, we're gonna rotate it 45 degrees. And then our second reference is going to be that point. And our third reference is going to be that point. There we go. Let me make it so this one isn't visible anymore. I'm going to draw on this plane. Yeah, I think that's actually what I'm looking at, the front perspective, because it's kind of like it's like a tetrahedron, I'm pretty sure. You're saying that, are you saying it's like less steep in the back? Because I know it's got the arms on the back that are the weapons. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can cut a little off the back. Because right now that's what it looks like from the side. Part of me thinks that it should be a little bit longer in the front. Maybe I can work with that. Let me... Oh, I gotta... Alright, it's gonna be symmetric, and then I'll have to. Oh yeah, probably doesn't let you send a link or anything. You might be able to message it to me on Reddit if you had the Reddit thing. There we go. Oh, I probably could have guessed that. That's a normal thing. Sorry, I realize that I can't see you guys can't see the numbers on this side, but yeah, there we go. That looks a little better. And then what I can do is I can go back to here. Make this sketch visible. And then make a new sketch on the front plane. And I know you probably wonder who you are. Extruded cut. Gonna draft it. Oh god. Draft outwards, please. Like that. That's what I was thinking. I just saw the Reddit thing. Alright, yeah, I'll check that in a second. We're gonna go to 50. Alright, yeah, I'll go check out this picture. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's a lot longer in the front. Yeah, you're right. I still think there should be a little bit in the back like this, but what I can do is I can make it a lot longer the way I did it. So if we cut this down to like 20 degrees, then bring this guy up to like 6,000. Oh, didn't get that off. Maybe I can edit feature. Gotta bring that up to 3,000. There we go. Does that look better? I think that looks better. That definitely looks more aerodynamic. I'll give you that. It's pretty menacing. Plane 2 is having some problems. Oh, because that point's gone. Yeah. Alright. We're back. Okay, so I think I can get that out of there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one arm, and I'll try to rotate it around. That would make my life easy, but I don't know if that's going to work out. So I think it's going to be just don't know what that was. Another message. Oh wow, that's a nice back view. Okay. Yeah, yeah, we can add that on. Thank you for the pictures. This is really helpful. Yeah, so it's got like a thruster spot in the back. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, okay. So my name's not Bob. Alright, so let me just see what these are looking like. Go 150. And then 500. I'm gonna put a center line from there to there. Get this guy lined up on the line. And then, what does that look like? 250 to me. We can adjust that later if it looks bad, but I don't think it'll look too bad. And then I'm just gonna extrude that. So I need to get it drafted, small draft, like 2 degrees, maybe 1 degree, maybe less than that. I forgot how big of a scale we're on. Alright, and these go out pretty far. Maybe we'll go back to 1 degree. 3,000. Maybe even more than that. We'll go 3250. Alright, we're gonna live with that for a second. See how it pans out. So if I go to Control 7, oh, I forgot. I gotta have that weird front view to match the shape that I got. Might even be no. I think that's the right length for it. Okay. Because the weapons themselves are kind of pointed inwards, so it's a weird angle. Like, to get it, I'm gonna have to play around with it, I think. Yeah, that's what I can do. Okay. Let me get that plane angle, second reference, that. We're gonna make it. We'll go 45. Okay. So if I get this here, yeah, if we sketch on this plane, and make that hidden. We'll go normal. Can hear the chainsaws are at it again. What? There we go. Make that 150. And then other way, make it 200, not enough, 400, maybe, we can go 500, and then we're going to draft it inwards, crank that up. Now, I really need this to also be pointy. So, I mean, I think that looks like what I wanted it to, other than the fact that this needs to go inwards. So maybe I can cut it. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. From there, there, to there, to there. No, not a circle. There to there. And then we're gonna not extrude, cut. To surface. That one. How does that look? Oh, I did it the wrong way. Okay. Alright, we need to box this guy in. Alright. Hey, it worked. Doesn't look the prettiest right there on the edges, but I think I can chamfer those edges because in the back view it looks like it does have angles on them, so. Alright, so this needs to be like 100. And then the yeah, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? This needs to be less, more. We'll just look at it, how it looks. That looks weird, but I kind of like it. I don't think it's what we're going for, though. I think I need to take some off. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can rotate this guy around. Let me try and get a center line in here. I'm going for circular pattern, not the chamfer. I need to make the axis for this. I always get confused about that. Alright, so if I go circular pattern, about that, and then alright, we want 4 of them. Why doesn't it work? What's wrong with it? I really don't want to have to do this 4 times. Okay, that worked. So what do I need to do? I need to put the cut and the chamfer on them. Can I do another circular pattern maybe and get that? I don't know why it's not working whenever I put them on. So maybe I have to do it in a separate order. End face cannot terminate the extrude feature. Please recreate the feature using geometric pattern option if intended to mirror pattern and feature onto disjointed body. It's not... What? Okay. Well, it's easy enough to recreate what we did, so I'm gonna just do it 3 more times, I guess. I'm being FaceTimed. Hey, I'm still streaming.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. That was my girlfriend. I'm sure she'll be here in a little bit, but okay. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, I think I'm probably just going to call it after we finish this one, and then set up the scene for a nice little picture, and then we'll end it there. And then, if need be, we can draw that at some point in the near future, but I'll leave that up to if people are interested in it. Alright, we are good with that sketch, so, oh, okay. So what I did was I did that, 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 and that. And then I cut it. Oh, no, I need to draw the box first. extruded cut. Up to surface. That one. All right. Yeah, I might be able to go back and fix that if that is a problem. What did I do on the previous one that's not working here? Do I have to do it wrong first? I did that last time. Like that? There we go. And then the chamfer, what was the chamfer? 124, okay. So, okay, that's one. Two more to go. This one's not giving me any problems. I don't understand. I don't know what was going on with that one. Maybe it was the size of the box I made. Right. Alright, we do need to add that thruster cavity on the back. That actually did give a back angle of the Sun Incinerator, but it's just a bunch of circles, so I don't think I'll... You know what? We'll finish it off by adding those in, because that's a necessary feature for such a fine craft. Oh, not that one. Okay. So let's see. We were saying that the arms looked a little long. Maybe I can fix that. If I go to this guy, edit, oh, not edit, sketch, yeah, this guy, edit feature, make that, we can make it back down to 3,000. That didn't ruin anything, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty nice. So, all right. So I need to cut that. I need to cut the butt off. What I can do is I can just grab the front plane and then make a reference plane that's offset in the other direction. And how far off? We need to go like 300? No, we need to go like 500. Maybe a little bit more. 550. There we go. And so we're gonna sketch on here, go normal to that, other way. Alright, so this is gonna be interesting because I gotta get this to line up with these, but also the plane. I think I can use the pierce tool. Yeah. Alright, that fixed it nice for me. And we're just going to extrude cut that way. That does it fine. And on here, I'm gonna, oh, I can make this nice and easy for me. Hey, we got more people. Michael Harmon, welcome to the stream. We don't have too much longer, but we're pretty close, so I'm glad it's turning out the way it is. Alright, we're gonna crank that down to like 100. Alright, well, in the picture that's not even gonna be visible, but we'll leave it. And I think that, yeah, we were saying we were going to go fix the problem with the, what's it called? The engines on the back of the Sun Incinerator. So we'll go to that. Let me get a nice isometric view, nice pan. And then we're going to go to the Sun Incinerator. We're going to, let me see, I'm sure we got everything still going well. So from the picture that I was sent, it looks like there are 6 smaller jets and 1 larger jet. So like that, and then let me get another circle. Alright, we're gonna mirror those so it looks nice. These are all going to be congruent. Oh. They're all going to be equal. That's going to be horizontal. That's going to be vertical. I think this one should be a little bigger. Alright, and then just need to make center line, mirror entities, mirror about, that, good. let's make it 45. Make that 100. And then we're gonna make that 70. We're gonna make this 45. We're gonna make this 45. I'm gonna make that 45. And those should be what we want. So all we have to do is to extruded cut all of those. It's only gonna go like 20. I think that should be fine. All right, so that is the back of the Sun Incinerator. Let me go save the Emerald ship. I don't know if, do you guys know what the name is of the Emerald ship? I'm pretty sure they said it. Was it a Imperial warship or something? I'm just gonna call it Emerald ship. Okay, so now we're gonna make an assembly. And that's going to take its time loading. How long have we been going on the stream for? How long is it? Oh wow, we're just over 2 hours right now. The Destiny Destroyer. That is definitely a nice name. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull Emerald ship in here. Alright, and then that is going to be fixed. We're going to insert a component, the Sun Incinerator. Look how small it is. Oh boy. It's on the ground, so we're going to have to mess around with this to get them in position, because they're not going to be touching each other or anything. So I want it to be like slightly off center. Layout, assembly, where's mate? Mate. Okay, that's promising. Right. Oh, okay. Let me go back to that mate that it just happened. There we go. Show. I think that looks pretty cool, I gotta say. I mean, if we had that in the picture, you wouldn't even be able to see it at the scale. So, I think that's pretty neat. All right, so we got this picture, and zoom out. I'd say that's a job well done. Maybe I can get a spin around here, slow motion. All right. I think that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm happy to see that there was a couple people in the chat keeping me company. It definitely makes it a lot easier on me. Once again, I love the show. I'm always a big fan. My girlfriend's completely obsessed and pretty much got me on board. I was always an Adventure Time guy, but Steven Universe is right up there. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support in the chat, and for the pictures. The pictures were great, so that really helped me out because I had limited resources. So I'm gonna save this off, and I'm gonna be signing off. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.